I'm Pastor Jeanne, just in case you don't know who I am, and I'd like to welcome you to worship this morning. I'm so glad that we still have this option versus, we were all looking forward to worshiping outside, but fingers crossed for next week, and lots of prayers that we'll be able to be outside on both Saturday and Sunday. If you're joining us on Facebook, please let us know that you are here, and also on YouTube later, let us know that you're worshiping with us. If you need any additional support, please feel free to reach out to myself or the staff, and we certainly want to support you in any way that we can. We have some other announcements that we're going to share with you now. On the green, if you want to get a text saying that so that we can notify you if there are any changes for worshiping outside, then you just take out your cell phone, and where it says 2, you type in 81010 and then send the message at 66FB, and then you'll be included on any update text that we will send out. This will be sent out with the email so that you don't have to do it right at this moment, but if you do, that's great. Okay. Elaine John's memorial service, why I said worshiping outside Saturday and Sunday. Saturday, May 22nd at 11 a.m. is going to be a memorial service for Elaine John. It will be held out on the Dixboro Village Green. Please bring your own chair and umbrella to cover yourself from the sun, hopefully not the rain, and water or whatever that you want. And also, because we don't know if everybody has been vaccinated, please wear a mask.
Thank you, everybody, for the baby items.
We have lots of them. Look at all these fun items. We've got bottles and baby toys and diapers and diaper bags and blankets. So many fun things. Thank you so much. They're much appreciated.
And a baby bathtub.
And a baby bathtub, yes. Thank you all. We will celebrate Graduation Sunday on June 13th. And on that day, we will recognize our scholarship recipients and any graduates that we have. So please, if you know a graduate, if you could get me their name, a photo of them, and their information of where they're going, where they graduated from, all that great information, that'd be great. So please email that to me at revmaryhagley@gmail.com. Thank you.
Hi, Dixboro. It's your local treasurer/habitat liaison here, letting you know that we've selected our days for the year. We will be working with Habitat on Saturday, June 26th, Friday, July 9th, and Saturday, August 7th. So mark your calendars if you're interested, and if you have any questions, you can email me at rjhucks@gmail.com. Thanks.
Our Dixboro scholarships are available online on our website, or you can find the link in the emails that go out. And we invite all those who may be graduating from high school or in college to apply for one of those scholarships. The deadline for those are May 30th, and you turn all of that in through the Google form that you will find in the link. So thanks for participating.
I invite you to join in reciting the Dixboro Church vision. Dixboro Church is an inclusive faith community, living and serving through God's love. And now let us join together. Let's begin worship with the ringing of our church bell. I invite you to listen to our prelude, Do Something, by Matthew West. Let's join Zach and Beth as they lead us in our song, Reckless Love.
Good morning, everyone. Well, during our prelude this morning, we had a song that talked to us about doing something. So our story today is actually about saying something. So say something. There's a lot of great ideas in this book. So listen carefully, and then at the end, maybe you could tell your parents or a grandparent, whoever might be with you this morning, something that you would like to try to do. This book is written by Peter H. Reynolds. Stop, please, come here. So you can see there's lots of things that we can start thinking about. Let's right the wrong. Keep going. Never stop. Stay strong. Peace. Listen and learn. We'll learn about more of these coming up. Let's begin. The world needs your voice. Mine? Yes, yours. Go ahead. It doesn't need to be perfect, as long as it's from your heart. You don't have to be loud. Powerful words can be a whisper. You can say something in so many ways, with words, with actions, with creativity. If you see someone lonely, say something. Just being there for them. You could say something. You could say, hi, how are you? Right? Mm-hmm. If you see an empty canvas, say something with your brush. If you see an empty lot, say something by planting a seed and watching it bloom. If you see someone being hurt, say something by being brave. Hey, stop! And maybe go find a grown-up. Yeah. If you see something beautiful, say something with a poem. Painted meadows splashed with rainbows. Could be a start to your poem. If you have a brilliant idea, say something with confidence. Eureka! I got an idea. If you want to show the world who you are, say something with style. Ta-da! If you are angry, say something to help people understand. You made me feel invisible. That really hurt. I'm really sorry. That could be how a conversation could go. If you see an injustice, say something peacefully. You could write a sign like this one that says, no more hurting people, peace. You could inspire others to do the same. And if you look here at all these different words on the page here, there's all different ways, all different languages of how to say peace. You have sign language and Greek and lots of others. Sorry, I don't know them all. Maybe someone can help me learn all those ones sometime.
So you mean at 30 can mean peace?
There's just lots of ways to say peace. Sometimes you'll say something and no one will be listening. But keep saying what is in your heart, and you will find someone who listens.
Bird.
Like a birdie. Yeah. Keep saying it, and you may be surprised to find the whole world listening. Look at that. It started with one little bird, and then it became flocks and flocks of birds. If you are grateful for being alive, quietly say something to the stars, to the universe. Some people find it easier to say something than others, but everyone has something to say. You can see people starting to say things like, I hope, I believe, I wish, join us. Together we can. Another person says, I'm ready to change the world. I imagine. So when you're ready, say something.
I think I
Your voice can inspire, heal, and transform. Your voice can change the world. Are you ready to say something? Peter Hamilton Reynolds. So all these empty these bubbles here, you can think of something maybe you can do to change the world. You have to whisper that to a grown-up around, and maybe you can see how it might come alive, how you can change the world. So this coming week is our last week of our spiritual formation calendar. We are heading into Pentecost this next week. So this coming week, we're going to look at different ways we can pray, like a different way that we can sit, that we can have a different prayer posture. So maybe that, instead of just folding our hands and bowing our heads, we could lift up our hands or look up to God. Who knows? However you want to do it. Maybe you could lay on your back and stretch out. You could go on a prayer walk. You could look at all the different colors around and pray in those ways. You could send prayers of gratitude. You could create a little prayer mailbox at your house where you can have a piece of paper and write down your prayers and stick it in that box. And you could also keep praying for your family by praying for the person who's next to you at the dinner table, or for someone who lives far away. So I hope you have find some new ways to pray this next coming week. Will you pray with me right now? God, help us remember about our week of sharing your love. May we continue all year to do what we can to serve and love others. This coming week, teach us new ways to pray. Amen.
Reverend Esther is going to do the offering invitation for us.
Thank you for your faithful giving. Please continue to send your tithes and offerings to the church. We're living, breathing messages of God's love for the world. This is our work of faith and our labor of love and our steadfastness of hope in Jesus Christ. Like the earliest Christians, we're here in this place because of the commitment and faith and generosity of others who shared the good news of the gospel in their time. So we turn now in our time and share our faith and our commitment through generous giving to support the ministry of this church in Christ's name. Let us gather our gifts together and offer them to God in gratitude and praise. Now, let us join Zach as we sing the doxology.
Praise be to God who breathes the breath of life. Praise to the Christ who sets us free. Praise the Spirit whose wind and fire give power to move and light to see. As it was before the world began, is here and now and evermore. Hallelujah. Praise the three in one whom we worship and
As we join together for our time of prayer, I invite you to center your heart and let's be in an attitude of prayer. Our holy God, we come this morning. We thank you for this time that we can come and worship you and offer you honor and praise. Lord, we pray that throughout this service today, that you would open our hearts and our minds to hear what you would have for us. We also thank you for beautiful sunshine that we get to celebrate, and also the rain that gives life to the earth. And so, God, we also pray that you will continue to work within us anew and afresh. We pray, Lord, for those who we have on our prayer list. And we continue to pray for Brian. We have added Morley Durston, and we just pray that you would be with Gail's family and Kathy and Bill and Dan and Cliff Sheldon we've added, and God, you know the needs. We also lift up Jeff and Pat and Carol and George, who is a friend of mine, Lord. We pray that you would be with him while he is struggling to heal from the burns. We thank you, God, that you are with us in the midst of our illnesses or in the midst of our tragedies or our hurts or our worries. Help us, God, to move forth with your Holy Spirit that is guiding and directing us, and help us to listen. We thank you for the COVID vaccine, and as things are transgressing, that we are being able to move forward and feel a little more normal around each other. We also want to remember those who are in the care centers or who are homebound, who are not able to be out and about. And so, Lord, we just pray that you would continue to engulf them in your love. We thank you, God, for your son, Jesus, who through you offered the ultimate love that we can receive. And so we pray the prayer that he taught us to give. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom and the power and the glory forever. Amen. And now I invite you to join with Zach in singing, "Oh, How He Loves You and Me."
Show what he did there brought hope from despair. Oh, how he loves you. Oh, how he loves me. Oh, how he loves you and me. He gave his life. What more could he give? Oh, how he loves you. Oh, how he loves me. Oh, how he loves you and me.
Before Reverend Esther reads the scripture for us today, I wanted to say that I did miss a prayer request. It's prayers for the family of Barbara Van Milligan. Barb passed away on Tuesday, so keep her family in your prayers, please.
Our scripture reading this morning is taken from 1 John chapter 3, verses 16 through 18. This is how we know love. Jesus laid down his life for us, and we ought to lay down our lives for our brothers and sisters. But if someone has material possessions and sees a brother or sister in need but refuses to help, how can the love of God dwell in a person like that? Little children, let us not love with words or speech, but with action and truth. The word of God for the people of God. Thanks be to God.
Today we are looking at the value, looking at valuing the vulnerable, and that is the fifth week of our series of Reckless Love by Tom Berlin. And value, if you look at that term, it's actually a math term. I am not a math person at all. I mean, in fact, I really don't like math. And if math is your favorite thing that you ever do, I was always the kid going, how are we going to use this in life? Well, trust me, we use math a lot and I hate it. So if we, I'm not a math person, but I do grasp the concept of plus and minus, of less than or greater than, equal to, all the multiplication stuff. But not everything is less than or greater than. They are equal to. And so while greater than or less than is helpful to understand the value of things, they are less helpful when we're thinking about people. Yet what I find often is that we take our math into our people space. We begin to ask ourselves, well, who is greater than? And we might sometimes, probably not you, but maybe somebody has looked around the sanctuary and said, who is greater than? Is it you? Are you greater than? What about you? Are you greater than? And then we begin to ask ourselves, well, who is less than? Oh, we could get in trouble there, couldn't we? Are people actually equal to people? Nobody is less than or greater than is what we're saying. Everybody is equal. They're the same. But when we take math, the math of things, into the lives of people, it gets a little more difficult. It gets harder. And I noticed that Jesus values people. Jesus values everyone that he meets, and he spends times with his friends and his disciples, which, it's easier to feel that our friends are equal to or greater than, and especially Jesus with his disciples. Maybe people thought, oh, well, they're greater than because they're with Jesus. But what I love about Jesus is that he treats everybody the same way, that they're all equal. In Mark 5, we read about the woman with the issue of blood. And the scripture tells us a woman was there who had been bleeding for 12 years. She had suffered a lot under the care of many doctors, had spent everything she had without getting any better. We all know when we can't figure out what's wrong with us, that's frustrating. We want to know, but we don't want it to be anything serious, right? So she had spent everything she had. She wasn't getting any better. And then the scripture goes on to say, in fact, she had gotten worse because she had heard about Jesus. She came up behind him and there was a huge crowd around him. They were all, gathering around. They were following him. And she came up behind him in the crowd. And the scripture says, and she touched his clothes. She was thinking, she was thinking, if I can just touch his clothes, I'll be healed. Her bleeding stopped immediately, and she sensed in her body that her illness had been healed. And at that very moment, Jesus recognized that power had gone out from him. And he turned around to the crowd and he said, "Who touched my clothes?" That seems like a very silly question for Jesus to ask when people are all around him. And the disciples said to him, "Well, don't you see the crowd pressing against you? Yet you ask, who touched me?" They're probably thinking, my son would go, right? Because he would say, there's a lot of people that touched you. But who touched me? And Jesus looked around carefully to see who had done it. The woman, full of fear and trembling, came forward. She was afraid because she was afraid he would say that she was less than. But he didn't. He said, "Why did you do that?" And she said, I've got this problem. I thought if I could just touch your garment. And because she thought Jesus was greater than, and he heals her. "Daughter," he says, "your faith has healed you. Go in peace. You are healed from your disease." Jesus treated her just like everybody else. Do you remember how all the children came to Jesus? They were coming and wanting to be near him and touch him. And if you've ever been around children, you know they're busy. You know that when we were on vacation visiting my cousin and my aunt, I was able to spend time with my little cousins, Nate and Olivia, and they have so much energy. And they also play hard, and we're out, but the first thing they want to do when they see you is they want to give you hugs and kisses. It doesn't matter if they're clean or dirty. The children come to you. And that's what they did. They came to Jesus. In the same way, they were all over Jesus, and the disciples were like, "Get away from him, you bunch of kids." And Jesus said, "What? No, let the children come to me." So greater than, less than, equal to. What is that? When Jesus treats me and you the way he treats everybody else. When Jesus forgives me and you the way he forgives everybody else. When Jesus loves me and you the way he loves everybody else. I don't know about you, but I don't feel equal to anymore. I feel greater than. I don't know how he does it. He messes with the math. I just know he does it because not treating me any different than he's treating anybody else, it makes me feel really good. I feel greater than. And what I think that he is trying to do is to value other people the way that he values us, for us to value other people the way he values us and other people. We see it all over the gospel, don't we? Because wherever Jesus goes, he not only meets people and loves them, he also disrupts whatever is oppressing them. Kind of like the book that Reverend Mary read when the child was being hurt and the other kid said, "No, stop." He disrupts it. Whether it is illness or mental health or personal demons or issues of gender, race, or culture, Jesus disrupts whatever keeps people from enjoying a restored, right life relationship with God. Jesus redeems us. He restores us. And what other people forsake, Jesus calls us to be valued, to value the vulnerable. Maybe we are the vulnerable at times, and others are called to value us. But what are we being called to do? Well, the scripture that Reverend Esther, that sounds so weird for me to say, the scripture that my mom read for us this morning is it gives us a clue in 1 John. It says, this is how we know what love is. You want to love, you want to value the vulnerable. This is how we know what it is. Jesus Christ laid down his life for us. He laid down his life for Brian. He laid down his life for Reverend Mary. He laid down his life for Claudia and for Raleigh and Becky and Marilyn and Charles and Susan and Jane and Brent. He laid down his life for the entire world. And what are we to do? The scripture goes on and says, and we ought to lay down our lives for our brothers and sisters. Wow. We can't just stop at the beginning. Jesus Christ laid down his life for us. We're called then to lay down our lives for our brothers and sisters. First John goes on to say, dear children, let us not love with words or speech. Reverend Mary's book was all on saying words and speaking, but it's what comes after that. And that's what her book was also calling us to do, was to not just love with our words and speech, but with our actions and in truth. We can talk until we are blue in the face, but until we get off our derrieres and do something, are we really loving people? If we want to be people who value the vulnerable, then we need to be curious about who are the vulnerable. So often we see something, maybe out in the community, maybe next door, maybe, I don't know, across the way. But in the community, we might even have speech and words, we might go, yeah, I know about that person. And we go to somebody else and we talk, right? When we see something, a lot of times we talk about it, but we don't go to that person and ask. Something was said last week about how they didn't know why somebody did something or said something. I'm like, well, why didn't you ask? I am definitely curious. I will ask you things about you till you're tired of hearing me talk. So be curious. When we see something going on in the community, sometimes we often start with judgment, but judgment blocks our curiosity and it blocks our learning of what that experience, what's going on, what's transpiring. And when we already know the answers, I know, I don't need to talk to them. I know what's going on. And we feel like we're greater than that person. But when we are curious and we engage the people, we get to know about them. I worked when I was at my appointment, 2 appointments ago. I was working with the confirmation class and we went to the homeless shelter in Jackson, and we worked out a time that we could come in and, feed the people. And at first, it was just feeding the people. For some reason, when people are different than us, we're afraid of them and we don't necessarily want to actually engage with them or even possibly look at them. But when we feed them, and if we sit down and eat with them, then we can be curious. We can engage with them. We can find out what their situation is. In fact, the gentleman I was eating with had been a lawyer. And I just thought, wow, it could happen to anybody. When we get to know about them, we treat them as we want to be treated. It matters when people take the time to treat you like you're equal. It matters that people look you in the eyes and actually talk to you like you are equal with yourselves. It matters that people take that time, and it always makes us feel like we're greater than. As we value the vulnerable, we have to call people to take their own power and to use it for themselves. We can't do everything for everybody. People have to be committed to their own change. You've heard the saying, probably, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make them drink. You can't help everybody if they don't want to be helped. I don't want to talk about my son again, so I'm not going to bring him up, but somebody called me the other day and was talking about financial things, or actually, I guess it was an appointment at the Secretary of State. And I said, it's your car. You need to make the call. And I thought, never do for others what they can do for themselves. We don't want to enable people. Sure, we can help people along the way, and we definitely do that. I definitely do that. But they have to be involved in the desired change. It's hard when we're growing up. It's hard sometimes as adults. But we experience in and through Jesus that Jesus always had expectations for the people that he healed, for the people that he helped. What did he say a lot of times? I remember, go and sin no more. That's an expectation. Go and show yourself to the priest. Go and do this. Go and claim this. He had expectations, and we all struggle with consistency. We all struggle to do the right thing at the right time. But Jesus teaches us that valuing the vulnerable does not mean enabling or overpowering or doing the work so that some receive while others give. He teaches us that people will only feel equal when they exercise their own internal gifts that God gave to them. So the final part about valuing the vulnerable is simply to be kind. One of the things, and I probably have said this to you before, but it made such an impact on my life, and especially serving as a pastor, is the bishop stood up and he was speaking to the ordination class. And he said, love your people. Isn't that part of being kind? Showing kindness, decency, and love. That's what really matters. Loving each other. The math of love, well, it's not calculus, thank God, because I would flunk. But we make it so complicated. It's greater than, it's less than, it's equal to. Who's more valuable? Probably nobody. Here's the truth. If you heard nothing else than this, everybody is somebody who God loves. Let us pray. Lord, we thank you that you have taught us through example, that you have lived your life in a way such that we can also learn to value the valuable, that we can begin with love and continue to broaden our circle of people who we encounter, of people who we ask in, and then we give them lavish love with open hearts. And that we value each other, that we are all the same. And thank you so much for loving us. And we're not less than, we're not equal to, we're not greater than. But that you love us no matter who we are, no matter what we've done, no matter where we go. It's hard to even put in words. But just thank you. Thank you. Thank you. We pray in your name. Amen. And we're going to join Zach in singing our closing song, Mighty Fortress is Our God.
Fortress is our God, a bulwark never failing. Our helper, he amid the flood of mortal ills prevailing. For still our ancient foe doth seek to work us woe. His craft and power are great. Equal. Did we in our own strength confide, our striving would be losing. We're not the right man at our side, the man of God's own choosing. ask who that may be. Christ Jesus, it is He, Lord Sabaoth, His name. From age to age the same, and He must win the battle. And though this world with devils filled should threaten to undo us, we will not fear, for God hath willed His truth to triumph through us. The Prince of Darkness grim, we tremble not for him. His rage we can endure, for lo, his doom is sure. One little word shall fell him. That word above all earthly powers, no thanks to them abideth. The Spirit and the gifts are ours through Him who with us sitteth. But goods and kindred go, this mortal life also. The body they may kill, God's truth abideth still. His kingdom is forever.
Go forth being curious about others. Go forth engaging and learning and treating everyone the same, the way that God treats us. Go in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen.